Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with game 6. Let's go. So we already got down with 5 games. This is game 6, and then we got 2 more games, and we're going to be finishing up the tournament. So I can't believe just a few moments ago we were just starting the tournament, and now we're almost approaching the end of it. Ah, man, this just melts my heart down. But nevertheless, we got some great fights coming in through. Indian streamer, God of Games, Medrisito TV, and Hackster leading up the charts right now and going for the next game. Let's see how this works and how this turns out to be in favor of everybody else. Ladies and gentlemen, game 6 of Streamer Royale, Pubg Mobile Showdown, all in for you. Let's go. So we have a flight path coming in from Kyle, going over Tatmak and Para Resort, going over Bootcamp, Painan, and Sami. So it's hard to see. I don't know. I always say when we play Erangel maps, it's always easier to judge where people would go. But given the nature of this map, which is like small, it's only a 4 kilometer by 4 kilometer map, and people can actually go anywhere. And a flight path like this, which is actually cutting middle of the screen like this, people can actually go anywhere. So it's only we have to see. But for this match, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be checking on George Abi, what is he up to? Because it always seemed to be missing how he's killed, to be really honest. So we've got Joy Zabi landing in Cow and going in for some initial loot, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, go for it. Joy Zabi doing his best to get some stuff running, and let's get it rolling. Alright, so I'm going to be watching Joy Zabi more because every time I see him missing from the game, it seems like he seems like disappeared from the... So far, so good. Everybody seems to be separate. Oh, no! We do have 2 people coming in the same location. It is Sam Mad. And who's the other guy? They're just right next to each other. Oh, my goodness. Sam Mad looks like in trouble. Who's the other one right next to Sam Mad? Who? Are they just close to each other? Oh my goodness, Medrisito has a pistol! Medrisito, Sam Mad going for the class. This is an initial fight coming in. M16 coming in. Both of them loading. No! Sambai taken down in the process of reloading. Medrisito and Sambai so unfortunate to have landed in just one place. And Medrisito even though Sambai did pick up a weapon in the beginning and he put some shots at him, he was again going for a reload while Medrisito took him out. Oh my goodness, how can this be? Such even like so less number of people. There are only 9 people. There are only 9 people in the game. There are only 9 streamers, Facebook streamers in the game, and they are like, what are the odds of 2 of them dropping in the same place, in the same building? My goodness, my mind is blown away by the thoughts of how this has actually happened. But Medrisito TV winning that flank and great run going through. Oh my goodness, this is actually brilliant, man. So sorry, Sambai, you just got wrecked in the very beginning of the game. I'm really, really sorry about that. But so is the nature of this game. Let's keep moving forward. We do see other people in the other distances. We do see in the Query region, we have Hackstar, the winner from the previous round. Hackstar is in the Query region and going for the loots. As we all know, this initial part of the game is going to be a little slow because the circle is fairly large. There are only 9 people playing this game, and they're going to be making it slowly making it forward and going through the zone slowly and gradually. But let's see how this works out, and let's just keep checking on people. So we do have God of Games in the boot camp. He's taking his time to loot his stuff because there's no resistance whatsoever. So he is stuck in one place. Interesting. Pretty awesome. Amazing. So we see some distance happening in Paradise Resort. We have Qatarbai in the distance. He has a beautiful looking car 98 and also stuck on the ground and moving now. He has a barrel in his hand with a crazy hand gesture. Fantastic. Love this game. George Abi, Drake Gaming. Drake Gaming also moving up forward and going up into through, and we got this is actually hilarious. So we see Drake Gaming moving up forward and going in through, making all the decisions going in fair and fast. And let's see how, man, this is going to be interesting. So we got Evo Drake, which is from Drake Gaming, just looting up the situation and getting up his gear ready. He does have a level 3 backpack, but only level 1 helmet. This is a problem when you land in off zones, like in the vicinities which are not so populated, like the major locations. You do not get so much a proper loot in the very beginning, but it becomes a problem later on. So we do see, wow, Qatarbai seems to be flying back there. Let me check it out. What's happening here? Yeah, oh, so he was in a vehicle. I thought that Qatarbai was flying back there. But no, he was actually moving up in a vehicle pretty fast, and it moved in forward, and Qatarbai going into the zone. He's also checking up on locations, trying to get on loot. He has a level 3 backpack, level 2 helmet and a vest, which is also alright, and runs a barrel with a chicken skin. I love that skin, by the way. So his chicken skin barrel is also up. I'm pretty... So far we've checked at Qatarbai's, if we look at Qatarbai's record, he has been trying really hard to survive in this game, but he has been taken by surprise most of the times, either from flank from behind or flank from other places. But now he checks up on the drop and sees if he can go through and make things happen and work. Let's go. He sees the drop in. Maybe he wants to go for it. I don't know. Maybe he wants to bait it. He looks up his vehicle. It looks like Qatarbai is actually going to go for the drop. Also, we see Evo Drake from Drake Gaming in close proximity to drop, so they might be in a position to take it further. So Qatarbai driving a vehicle. Well, that breaks all my wows here, man, because I've never seen Qatarbai driving a vehicle, especially in this map. I've been playing myself with Qatarbai a lot of time, and I've never seen him using a vehicle. Takes a shot from someone. Somebody shot at him. Who's shooting at him? Who's shooting at him? Somebody shot at him. Alright, it looked like somebody was shooting at, but no, Qatarbai is now actually being in close proximity to Drake Gaming. So what is it going to be like? So Drake Gaming is actually very close to Qatarbai. They're actually right next to each other. What's going on? Do they know that they're right there in front of each other? Qatarbai must have been spotted by this vehicle sound, but he's simply moving forward. He doesn't know his... Oh, he does not know that there's a person behind us. My goodness, this can be a very bad news for Qatarbai if he does not realize this. If he doesn't realize this, that there's one person behind him. So somebody's throwing a frag. So now he gets alerted to the enemy's presence here. So he hears the frag being thrown, and he now rotates around the distance and checks up around the enemy members if he can fire up and see a location back there. Qatarbai checking his flank, and Drake Gaming on the other side. He spots up on... Oh no, Jawar Zabi come from nowhere and shoots up at Drake, rooting a fire. Jawar Zabi finishing up on Drake. What we just witnessed was amazing. Jawar Zabi came in on a bike from somewhere and finished up on Drake. But does he know that even Qatarbai is also gaining on him? And if he's not so worried about it, he just finished up on Drake Gaming. Drake Gaming had a chance to shoot back at the vehicle, but Jawar Zabi just dropped up from a vehicle and fired up on... Drake Gaming right there. Drake Gaming had a good chance to finish up on Abi, but no, Abi Joyers actually made things work. So we do see some action coming in from Joyers. Joyers also pointed to, I think he's alerted to the presence of Qatarbai in the distance. He might have actually spotted him, and he goes for a close-in proximity battle. Let's see how this goes. Joyers Abi, Qatar in the distance. Qatarbai also alert of the presence of enemies in the distance. He does see some enemies in the distance. So we do see Joris Gaming. So what exactly is going on? Joris Abi now moving up the flanks. He's going forward, and I don't think so Qatarbai knows the exact position of Joris Abi, because he's putting up frags in the places which he's not. So, oh my goodness, Joris Abi is now spotted on Qatarbai. He picks up his sniper rifle. This can be very bad news. He spots in Qatarbai. Does he see him? He sees Qatarbai. He's going to take the shot. Is he going to take the shot? Yes, he's going to take the shot. Misses completely. I don't know how that has happened. I think he hits the stone. But Qatarbai now hears the gunfire. He definitely knows there's someone around here. Qatarbai with full alert and presence of mind going in for a fight. Qatarbai now knowing the position. He spots on Joyers. He thinks, he spots on Joyers. He definitely spots him now. He sees him going back towards his house. So Qatarbai is not going to miss this opportunity to go for a flank and actually go and hit up on Joyers Abi. So this fight is going to be so much amazing when we see it. He keeps watching and seeing Joyers Abi moving up, and he continues to pursue. This is the first time I'm watching Qatarbai actually following up on an enemy for a kill, and let's see how this works out. I'm super excited to see. He sees Joyers in the close proximity distance, does not spot him yet. He could see him, could not, I don't know. So let's figure out what's going on. What's the deal here? Qatarbai is still trying his best to go forward and see how things proceed. He moves forward and checks up on the rocks here. Joyers Abi also in the distance. Let's see how this works out. Frag coming out. Joyers Abi in the distance, also looking at Qatarbai. Both of them know where they are. The enemy, the presence of mind of these players is so amazing. They almost know every time where the enemy player is. Qatarbai now making a flank. Joyers Abi also making a flank. This is going to be super interesting to see how this works out. Joyers Abi going in for he maybe spots Qatarbai in the distance. He sees a vehicle for sure, but he's rotating around, and the zone is also coming out. So this zone is going to be a problem here. Joyers Abi, I don't know if Joyers Abi has realized this, but the zone is coming out. He's going for his vehicle. He's definitely going for his bike, and he's gonna take it and get into the zone. The only explanation here for him going backwards is his bike. Let's see if he can take his bike and go for it. Yeah, definitely. He spots his bike. It's not a bike, it's actually a scooter. So he takes his scooter and moves on. It's always fascinating to see people on scooters, man. Alright, so this fight has broken loose. We haven't seen the best of them yet. Unless some more time spent, they're gonna be easy. So Qatarbai continues to be hit by the zone. He will make it though. This is only phase 3 zone, so it's not that of a hurt. But he's been trying to get inside the zone desperately. So zone categories 7, 6 onwards, these are the zones which start to hurt really, really bad. So unless they see that kind of zones, the things are a little difficult to see. So far we see Hackstar and Indian Streamer inside the zone. We got Medricito from the other side, moving upside the houses from the from the western side of the map, all following up through and getting inside the games and seeing up to get this thing rolling. Let's see how this works out. Let's see how this plans. They're still going through, and Medricito slowly moving towards a circle and edging up out. So far we've got most of the people inside the zone except for Qatarbai, who has to move because there's only 28 seconds left for the zone to shrink in again. And unless Qatarbai seems to find a vehicle of some sort, he should actually start getting into the zone. If you know what I mean, it should actually start going into the zone pretty soon, man. Nevertheless, let's figure out some people inside. We have Indian Streamer in the distance, so we have Indian Streamer right next to the houses complex here. This is all grassy land, so this is going to be a hilltop fight if I see. Guys, if you look at the circle right now, what do you think the circle is going to shrink on? Is it going to be a Painan circle? Because if it is, we're going to be seeing some fights brewing up between Joyers Abhi and we got Hackstar in close proximity of Painan. They're just across the houses. Only a flow of a small stream is going between them, and this small stream with a couple of bridges on it. I don't know how they're going to be surviving this kind of round and failure on it. But we do see God of Games also closing on the location, moving up on Joyers Abhi and Hackstar together. So what is going to be? He's crossing the. He's going to cross the river on. He's going to cross the stream of river, like manually. All right. He's not taking any bridge or anything. So just crossing it by. He's just watching up on enemy positions if he's able to realize. I must say, Irfan has actually great sense of enemy presence, man. He definitely keeps himself updated of how things are, and he keeps a good tap on enemy locations. It's pretty decent to see how this works out. In the meantime, Hackstar also being rounded up here. Hackstar being in a kind of a sandwich situation. So does see Joyers Abhi in a distance, but I don't know if little does he know that we got Irfan closing up on him and finishing up on the enemy members right here. So we got God of Games coming in through. He's checking up on. He's closing up on Hackstar pretty easy and slow. What is going on, guys? What is going on? He goes up full health. He goes up with a full syringe injected to him, the full adrenaline boost coming in through. And is he gonna engage him? I'm not so sure. But for some reason, it seems like this fight is going to be extending for some time. He checks out in the corners, he spots some guys in the distance, maybe not, and see if there's someone around. What is going on? Basically, Irfan checking up and seeing enemies in the distance. I don't know. All right. So what goes on around here is we're just watching him, and he's just what exactly is going on? What is he doing? I'm not so sure. Anyways, so let's keep our eyes focused on somewhere else. Let's see Qatarbai coming into the strong. So we got Qatarbai in the zone forever. It's a good thing that he made. Oh yeah, Qatarbai is actually spotted on Azio here. So Azio might be in trouble. Here comes a frag grenade. Azio, do you know? Azio, what? Wait. So I wanted to see Azio. Azio actually has spotted a Qatarbai here. So Azio is going up against Qatarbai in the distance right here. And this could be a good fight coming up through Azio. Looking up at Qatarbai. And Qatarbai is now engaged in the second battle. Against first he was engaged in battle with Abhi back there, but he could not conclude the battle. But now we see some frags popping up. Qatarbai in the open. Who's gonna take the shot? Qatarbai shooting at Azio. Azio taken down. Qatarbai finally getting some kills going in through. This must be feeling really good for Qatarbai to finally get some secured kills like that and keep moving forward. In the meantime, the situation still becomes intense between Joyers Abhi and Irfan. God of Games now in the sights of Joyers Abhi. Joyers Abhi has a 4x scope on his M24. Can he see him out? He sees him out in the distance. Back. God of of Games taking shot. Hey, oh man, this turned out to be a headshot. God of Games taking a great deal of damage here with an M24 headshot. Joyers Abi with a great sense of aim, an amazing shot coming in on Irfan, which is God of Games, and he's making things really difficult for him. And let's see how this pursuit continues. Joyers Abi still inside the zone, watching up on Irfan. This battle is brewing up between these two guys all together, and it's going to be amazing to see how this thing works out. In the meantime, we do have Hackstar in between them, who's actually confused. I think Joyers just saw Hackstar as well in the window right there, because I just saw him right in the corner, so he must have seen him as well, but I'm not so sure. Still pursuing Irfan on the other side. God of Games and taking fire. He must see Joyers. Yeah, Hackstar in the corner. Is he going to take a headshot? Hackstar, if you peep up now, you're going to be taking a headshot. My goodness, Hackstar just decided not to peek, and oh my goodness, he just saved himself, because Joyers Abi was deciding, and he was determined to take the headshot right there and then. In the meantime, he does see some mannequins back there. I'm not so sure mannequin is the right thing to target right now. God of Games still in the opposite side and seeing what things are. God of Games deciding on looking at Joyers Abi and looking for each and every chance to shoot back at. So Joyers and Joyers Abi and Hackstar in the distance right now, and God of Games still telling me to. So we do see some stagnant action at the moment. We see Indian Streamer in the distance, slowly and gradually coming up to Madricito as well as the other members. So Indian Streamer also checking up on possible enemy locations. He's scouting out and looking up at places and tries to get a flank on everybody else. Let's keep moving forward. Indian Streamer going on. So this is a Painan circle after all, and this small proximity of houses is going to create some problems. DJ Qatar now coming through. Oh, we just saw Irfan being taken up by Madricito. Oh my goodness, we missed that opportunity. Madricito came in from behind and actually finished up on Irfan back there. God of Games is now out of the game. Sorry guys, we missed that on part. We were actually focusing on Indian Streamer and Qatar Bhai back there, but for some reason Madricito came out from nowhere and finished up. Qatar Bhai coming in the zone. He must have seen and spotted Indian Streamer back there. I don't know if he did, but Indian Streamer is actually spotting on DJ Qatar. This can be a very bad news for DJ Qatar, because DJ Qatar does not seem to be knowing that he's there, but Indian Streamer seems to be known that there's enemy location back there. So he's flanking him in all the possible manners. DJ Qatar in the zone, spots him in the open. Is he going to go for it? Open the 3x scope. DJ Qatar in the open. Oh my goodness, can I take it? No aims. Oh my goodness. Finally, the Indian Streamer has actually finished up on Qatar, and great move coming in by Indian Streamer for pursuing the enemy positions and going in through and finishing up on the teams like that. So there's only 4 people left. It's Madricito, Hackstar, Indian Streamer, and Joyers Abi in the small circle, with Madricito and Hackstar maintaining his old position near the mannequins right here. A great shot coming in from Joyers Abi, making things very difficult for Hackstar, but Hackstar is actually trying all he could to stay in one position. In the meantime, Madricito trying to throw some frags in it and seeing if there are enemy positions around. Madricito going for the things. How is it going to be like? How is it going to be like? How is it going to be like? I cannot know. Indian Streamer coming up with Joyers Abi in the distance. All of them seems to be moving around pretty precisely. Hackstar, Joyers Abi in the distance. It's fantastic to see Joyers Abi to be alive for such long times, because I've not seen him done that before. So that should get him some points of being on position 4. But in the meantime, we do see him moving around. I think he's going for a flank here. If he goes forward, he's going to be engaging on Indian Streamer pretty soon. Maybe he has a sight on him. Maybe he spot him. I don't know. If he just looks out of the window, he should be able to see him right there and then. He pops up on Indian Streamer, does not see him. The Indian Streamer is well covered behind the house, behind the tree, I mean. And he's just saved himself from Abi. And but in the meantime, Indian Streamer actually seems to be watching up on Joyers Abi. He seems to be spotting, he's spotted on Joyers Abi. He's going to take his chance to shoot back at him. None of them is moving. The circle is still shrinking. I think the circle's shrinking further is going to force them to get a little closer to each other, but all of them are actually not moving at all. Indian Streamer now moving forward. Madricito also moving forward. Hackstar in the same place. All of them are outside the zone right now. So we do see Madricito outside the zone, but it's going to be a while where he does things. Madricito is full planned up to hit up on Hackstar in a moment, and we're going to be seeing pretty much some time what is exactly going to be like. Indian Streamer taking up a wall back here and within a secure zone. In the meantime, we do have Hackstar still sitting in one location and waiting patiently for somebody to show up, and you know, he's doing the camper game pretty well. And we do see Joyers Abi now crossing the river. Little does he know that Indian Streamer is to his right side. Joyers, check your right, man. Check your 3. Check your 3. Check your 3. That's what I got to say for you. If you can check your 3, there's somebody around in the corners. And we got Madricito TV coming in from the other side as well. We got Hackstar coming in right next. So this is a very dangerous position right here, guys. So everybody's looking at everybody's positions. Everybody's danger close to everybody else. Indian Streamer, Madricito closing up on Hackstar. Madricito taking up a fight with Hackstar. They're going for a one-on-one battle. And No! Hackstar is actually finished up on Madricito. My goodness, the camp is proving to be really fruitful. Hackstar just finished up on Madricito. George, Abby, Molotov's dropping by. Abby in the distance. He spots an Indian streamer. Definitely hears the footsteps. He goes for his vector. This can be a very good vector play, if he can say that. He spots on Indian streamer for sure. George Abby is going for Indian streamer in all ways, on all directions that he could, and he's going to go for it. He's under the bridge right now, which is hard for everybody else to see and realize, but he must see Indian streamer right now. Spots him in the distance, go for the vector, and takes out Indian streamer. Is down. George Abby making and going for the kill. Hackstar and George Abby. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now dropped down to this where Abby and Joyers Abby and Hackstar are both alive at the moment inside the zone, and they're in the house here. They both know. Here comes the smoke for distraction, which is actually very good. He may see Hackstar in the distance or not, but I'm not so sure. The tactic, the strategy, the problem here with Painan is that there are so many houses, there's so many angles you can shoot from, there's so many cover around it, and have to see shots coming in. George Abby taking distance, and no, Hackstar wins the game again. My goodness, this is beautiful play coming in from Hackstar. What a game, man. What a camp spot, and what a game coming from Hackstar and making things work in his own world, man. Beautiful thing coming in and amazing shots coming from Hackstar. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely amazing. 2 kills, Hackstar, followed by Jorzabi, an Indian streamer. Oh man, close contact, close quarter combat happening in Painan, and amazing display of force and amazing display of gunplay with amazing strategies happening here, man. Way to go, Jorzabi. Nice play from you, and Hackstar, you as well, Indian streamer, Madricito, Qatarbai, and Irfan, Isayo, Drake, and Sam Madbai. Amazing. That starting display, Sam Madbai, remember? That was pretty awesome too, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back with the scorecard update pretty shortly, and just give me a few minutes. Just about 2 minutes, guys. See you soon.
You were always understanding. When I fell for you, you'd always speak the truth. And now, look at where we landed. Every single lie's the end for me and you. Come back, I will never face the facts that this will be the ending. Thought that we were both pretending.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with game 6 scorecards here. Let's quickly see the scorecards. It's awesome. So we got in this game, there's a particularly Pine game. Nice. It was game 6 here with Hackstar taking the lead, followed by Joyers. Actually, Joyers did a very good job this time. And looking at the situation, it was pretty awesome how we see Joyers performing. That's awesome, Joyers. Followed closely by Medrisito TV, Indian streamer, DJ Qatar, God of Games on places 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we got Turkey Assassins finishing on position 7, and Drake Gaming and the Mad Bros. I see Medrisito and Mad Bros had a fight in the very beginning, so place 9 going for the Mad Bros. Let's check on the main score and see how the ranking has progressed. So, wow, we do have Hackstar now taking up first position. Hackstar going up on position 44, God of Games falling to position 3 with 39 points. Medrisito also holding a position second on the charts with a scorecard of 41 points. And we see Indian streamer now on same holding position of position 4 and with 38 points. Turkey Assassin also coming up with 18 points. DJ Qatar, Drake Gaming, Joyers, and the Mad Bros still holding the contest. And with 2 more games to go, this is going to be pretty awesome when we see the results of it. So guys, this is the main scorecard. We're looking at Hackstar and Indian streamer and Medrisito and God of Games at the first 4 positions, which are going to be awesome. So guys, buck up. There are only 2 more games left. No, actually, 2 more games left. It's game 7 and 8. So this is the second last game of this session. So once you do that game, it's going to be super fantastic to see how this ends.